Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Here's your Saxon lesson for today. We're going to be on lesson 123, or 132 is the worksheet. But I'm going to do, so this is another review. So if you remember yesterday how I started with just a piece of paper with a bunch of consonant digraphs written on it, like SH, TH, CH, GN, WR, GN, all sorts of different digraphs were written on there, but they all had consonants. Today we're going to review again, but this time instead of consonant digraphs, we're going to review vowel digraphs. I'm going to give you two letters, and then, like this, here's a vowel digraph right here. What I want you to do is pause and say the sound that the vowel digraph makes. Okay? Sorry, guys, I get interrupted for a second. We're all good. Okay, so E-E. Do you know what E-E says? Pause me while you say it. Good, it says E. Okay, so while you're paused, I want you to see if you can also think of a word that makes the E sounds. All right, let's go ahead and pause. Think of a word with E. Now, since I can't hear you, I might not write down the same word that you're thinking of, so that's okay. I'm just going to write down the first word that pops into my head. What I thought of was, here, I'll use a different color. What I thought of was sheep. Did anybody else think of sheep? All right, now you guys, there's a lot of vowel digraphs, so I'm going to go through these as quickly as I can, but I still want you to have time to make sure that you pause, think of the sound, and think of a word with the sound. So here's your next one. Two O's put together. Does anybody know what sound? This is going to actually make two sounds. Pause and think of the two sounds O-O can make. Okay, O-O can say ooh, like tooth. Can also say like book. Did you think of either of those words? Tooth or book. It says ooh or All right, here's another one. AI. Pause to think about what AI says. Okay, AI we find in the middle of the word, and AI says A. Can you think of a word that has A in it with an AI? Pause me while you think of a word. One word you might have thought of was rain. That's an AI word. Rain. Here we go. Digraphs, whether they're vowel or consonant, they're both underlined with they're both coded with just the underline. So yesterday we underlined our consonant digraphs. Vowel digraphs are also coded with just the line under them, the same way. All right, A-Y is another way to make the same sound. So what is AI going to say, or A-Y? AY will say A, just like AI. They both say the long A sounds. The only difference is, oh, you know what I just realized? We do more coding to digraphs that are vowels, because we can do that for the EE, we can do that for the A. That's okay. As long as you can find them and you know what they say, that's what's important for this lesson, okay? So for AY, can you think of a word that has AY, A in it? How about day? Did anybody think of day? There's an AY word. All right, we also have OW. Pause me to say what OW says if you know. OW says O, like, ooh, think of a word. Pause me to think of a word if you haven't thought of one yet. It says O. A word that I thought of was bow. Bow. All right, here's another one. OA. Anybody know what OA says? OA also says O, just like OW. OA you would usually find at the beginning or the middle of the word, where OW is at the end. So can anybody think of a word that has the O sound in the beginning or the middle of the word? How about boat? Boat. So they both say the long O sound. Alrighty, I'm going to keep going. I told you there were a lot today. We have, this one is a tricky one. EA. EA says a lot of sounds. EA says 3 different sounds. Try to think of all 3 sounds that EA makes. So EA can say long E, like leaf. Can make the long E sound. It can make the short E sound, like thread. Thread. It can also make the long A sound, like steak. There's a lot of sounds for EA. Long E, short E, long A. I'm going to turn on the light. It's getting a little dark in this room. The sun just went down a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, next. Let's see, what do we have next? Oh, how about UE? Does anybody know what UE says? This one's a tough one to remember. UE says ooh, like glue. It's the same as the OO sound in tooth. They sound very similar. Tooth, glue. Both sound the same. All right, next. AU. You know what? Let's do this one. Let's do these both at the same time. AU and AW. They both say the same sound, but you find them in different parts of the word. Does anybody know what AU and AW say? Pause me and say it if you know. They say aw, like aw, how cute. Okay, AU we find in the middle or beginning of the word. AW we find at the end, usually. Remember, there's always exceptions to the rule, right? There's just some words that don't follow the rule. Can anybody think of a word that has the aw sound, maybe in the beginning or the middle of a word? I was thinking of the word faucet, like water comes out of the faucet and has the aw in it. And then how about the aw sound at the end of the word? Pause me to think of an aw sound at the end of the word. We have straw. Anybody think of straw? All right, we have 4 more, you guys. I know there's so many vowel digraphs here. We have, let's see, EY. EY we find at the end of the word a lot. Does anybody know what EY says? EI says E, long E sound, like this word. What would that word say? E, key, right? Like a key to turn the lock. We also have, ooh, this one is really tricky. I actually got some people, not that I'm trying to trick you. It's actually Saxon that tried to trick you. With the IE and EI. Those ones are so tough to me to remember if it's IE or EI. So IE can say two sounds. Try to think of both sounds. Actually, you know what? I'm going to write two words, and then you can tell me what two sounds they make. There's one word. Whoops. There's another word. I didn't mean to underline that L there. What do you think IE is saying in this first word? Can anybody read it? I. Pie. So IE is saying long I here. Pie. And then what about this word? What's this word? This is shield. Shield. So IE can say long I, or it can say long E. Words are weird, aren't they? There's so many different sounds that everything can make. Now, EI is a different story. EI can say, okay, here's two words with EI. This first word is receipt. I know that's weird because it has a P in it and you don't hear it. But this is the word receipt. Does anybody think they know what the EI is saying in receipt? It's saying long E. Receipt. Long E here. And then this one is the word veil. Veil. Remember, we just talked about that one recently, like when a bride wears a veil over her face. EI here says the A sound, so I can say E or A. Okay, you guys, the last one. I told you there were a lot. EW. What does EW say? EW says ew, like ew, gross. Can anybody think of a word that has ew at the end or in it? This would be, I actually don't know why this is on my list. I was just thinking. Because it has, oh, you know what? Some of them do. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Okay. All right, forget I said anything. I was going to say that it's not a vowel digraph because it has a consonant in it, but there are quite a few of them with a W in it. So those are all, even though it has a consonant in it, it still has a vowel too, so they call them vowel digraphs. All right. So there's all of them. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to take this away. You're going to find, pause me if you don't have this out yet, worksheet 132. Okay? Your job for all of these words is to find the vowel digraphs. Yesterday I had you code them completely. There are so many words here though, that's going to take a long time and they're very long. So I'm going to say this, as long as you can read it, you don't have to code the whole thing. But I do want you to at least underline the vowel digraphs in all of these words. Okay? Once you've read the word and you've found the vowel digraphs, you can connect them to the picture. Okay? You're going to do that for all of these words. You're going to pause me in just a second when I say, okay, pause. Pause me, finish it. And then when you think that you're done, you can keep listening to this recording because when you unpause me, I'm going to start going over all of these words. Okay? So pause me now. Go ahead. Do this whole section right here. Okay, so if you're listening to my voice, you should have finished this section. And now you're just checking your work. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Here's the first word at the top. I see A-I. And I think that's it. I'm going to pull sticks, and I want to know what these sounds say. I know I can't hear you, but it's still fun. Garrett, what is AI saying in this word? AI is saying A, long A sound. Can you read the whole word for me, Garrett? Hopefully you said airplane. Airplane. Connect it to this picture here. Airplane. All right, number 20. I need to know, where are my vowel digraphs? Aiden, I think I just see one. Do you see it? I see E, right? And by the way, if I'm not giving you enough time, pause me to find them, okay? If I pull your stick and you know that I'm going to go too fast, pause me as soon as you see your stick. That way you have time to think about it. E is the vowel digraph. And Aiden, what does E say? E says E. Good job. This is the word coffee pot. You see the picture of the coffee pot over here, Aiden? If you haven't connected it yet, go ahead and do that. Nice job. Number 21. Here's a new stick. Yes, sir. There are 2 different vowel digraphs here. Do you see them? Good, I see O twice, right? And both of these O's make the same sound. What are they saying? Good. Read the word to me, Yasir. Cookbook. Nice job. I'll connect it to the cookbook. Alrighty, moving on. Number 22. Alexis. I'm going to tell you where the digraph is, and you're going to repeat the sound after me, okay? So EW is a vowel digraph, and it says ew. Can you say ew? Very good, Alexis, and I think that's the only vowel digraph. This word says newspaper. Say newspaper. Good, Alexis. Do you see the newspaper picture on the side over here? Okay, connect it to the newspaper. Good job, Alexis. Thank you. Here's number 23. Preston, do you see the vowel digraph in this word? It's actually 2 of them. Okay, I see OW and I see OA. Preston, I want you to pause me while you think about what OW, you're going to tell me out loud. What does OW say in OA? Tell me what they both say. They actually both make the same sound. They both say long O. O, B, oat. Good. The word is rowboat. Connect it up here. Good job, Preston. Okay, number 24, Alex say, I see 1 digraph here. Do you see it? Vowel digraph. It is the EY. Alex, say pause me while you read this word to me. This is the word chimney. Good job. And here's a picture. They're pointing to the chimney on the top of the house. All right, we're getting close. This might be a word that you don't know, but that's okay. As long as you know what the vowel digraph says, you should be able to sound it out. Emily, do you see the vowel digraph in this word? It is AW, and do you remember what AW says? It says aw, like aw, cute kitty. So what is this word if AW says aw? It says all, shawl. What this woman right here is wearing, I know it's a small picture, but it's almost like a jacket. It's just something that women can throw over their shoulders to keep them warm. You can connect that. Alrighty, last one, almost done. Let's see, Taylor, can you find the digraphs here? I think it's just 1, right? Did you just get EA? It's such a long word, it looks like there should be more. Taylor, do you know this word? Gingerbread. This EA is saying the short E sound here. Good, we'll connect it to the gingerbread cookie. Alrighty, you guys, you are all done. We are not going to spell any words today. We just did so much work. Good job. I will see you back live for, what are we going? Our Reader's Theater. I'll see you live for Reader's Theater during our writing time, okay? Reader's Theater is the Three Little Pigs play. So we'll do Three Little Pigs together at writing time. And then I'll explain the rest of the day then, okay? I'll see you later. Bye.